How much money do I make as a qualified UK optometrist? Hands down, this is the most common question I get asked in my DMs, in the comments. And honestly, I think you guys are being lazy. You can find out this pretty easily. But let's break it down. So if you don't know how it works, after your 3 years of uni, you have a pre-reg year, which is where you finish your degree, but you're not fully qualified. You still got exams to sit, you're getting assessed, but you're still working full time. So during this 1-2 years, you're probably earning about £20,000, give or take a few K depending on where you are. Yeah, it's not great, probably close to minimum wage, and a bit controversial. Now, once you're qualified, you can expect a decent bump. Now, this depends on a few different things. Depends on where you work, how experienced you are, if you're on the high street or you're in a hospital, and if you're a resident or a locum. Let's talk about location. So this is very basic, supply and demand. If you're in a place where there's loads of optometrists and only a few practices, say you're in a city with a university with an optom degree, Bradford, Huddersfield, Aston, things like that. You have a lot of optoms who want to stay local, and that just drives the salary down. Wherever you think about a village in the middle of nowhere, there's no optoms, they're pretty desperate for someone, naturally they're going to pay someone a little bit more to work there. Then there's the hospital versus the high street. Now, NHS is banded, so you might expect slightly lower than on the high street, but with experience again, you can work your way up. There's quite a few decent paying jobs, and there's also a few private clinics which offer quite a competitive salary as well. Now, locum versus residents. Locums will earn more. I don't locum myself, but I've seen the apps, I've seen the rates, I've seen anything from £250 a day to £450 a day, and that's just the ones I've seen. I've not really looked too closely. Again, it's very much location and time dependent. Now, you do have to bear in mind for locum, this is all pre-tax. No kind of holidays, no sick pay, no annual leave, pension, stuff like that. So you do have to take it all into consideration. Now, I'm not a locum myself, but I know they'll want me to say, make sure you're not taking those silly low rates. When everyone starts to take those, the rates as a whole all drop. Make sure you're not devaluing yourself and the profession. Now, if we have a look, if we just Google optom salaries, you'll see anywhere from 45k, 50k, 60k, there's even some 75k up here. Now, full transparency, I'm not earning anywhere near those high numbers. Maybe I'm less experienced, maybe it's time I ask for a pay rise. But yeah, there's those numbers out there. They do say up to, so again, it's probably with experience you can up to that. So yeah, there's those numbers out there, but don't be expecting to be on 70k straight out of pre-reg. Another question I get asked, is the pay good? Is it worth it? That's a very subjective question. Who am I to say if it's good enough for you? Some of you might be from humble beginnings, you bite someone's hand off for 25k. Others, maybe your dad's a millionaire, you'd scoff at 70k. Only you can say if it's worth it for you. But you've got the numbers there, they're all in front of you. Only you can decide if it's good enough for you. So yeah, there it is. There's all the kind of numbers. There's how much you'd be expecting to make as an optom. And don't come from me, this is all publicly available knowledge. No one really talks too much about finances in the optom world, so if there's any questions, just let me know.